A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Ajay Sharma from Sopra Steria India, software engineer. And the topic that I am going to be presenting today is communication devices for differently abled people, a prototype model. Now, before moving into the presentation, I would like to drag your interest towards what's happening nowadays. Nowadays, if we talk about differently abled people, they are not able to communicate with each other by using some sort of mobile devices. So what this does is, it creates a big problem if you want that if a blind person wants to communicate with a deaf person, then they both cause there some incompatibility. Like blind cannot communicate with deaf and deaf cannot communicate with blind, or maybe blind with normal person and a normal with deaf and dumb person. So by all these things, we are causing great difficulties, but nothing is being done in this area. So today I will show that what can be done, what proposed model I have by which a communication can be done for these people. Now going on the abstract part, differently abled people are not able to communicate easily, so they also have an equal part of the society, so we want to develop for them also. So the architecture of our proposed prototype device presented in operations will be done by using embedded algorithms that I will show you in the later slides. So now coming on the introduction part. The existing ways followed by different people to communicate with each other is by mere gestures, by lip sync. They do by physical touch, stimulations on the skin of the sufferer, and by finger sensations. So all these techniques are, if someone is knowing, then only it will be done, otherwise others are helpless. So what are different literature reviews that are done? Not moving much in the detail, a jacket has been proposed by Satoshi Otsuka, who has done what? He has proposed a jacket which will be worn by some deaf or maybe blind person. Now what will happen, as soon as a person with another jacket will come in the vicinity, then jacket will be activated by some vibrators. So this they have proposed, and by using some LCD display, they can do communication. Now what drawbacks this can be? A person who is already blind and deaf, if he is suffering with some vibrations, some sort of accidental loss can happen, and that person could become at that time unconscious because of such things. And also by doing my research, I have found out that some accuracy problems are also there with this proposed model. Now, motivation. There is a requirement for such a machine model which would be faster, easier, economical to develop, facilitating a faster communication with these people. The prime approach behind this prototype model is using RF transmitters and receivers working on the Wi-Fi protocol for establishing on-spot network. Now, my prototype is now this is the prototype model that I have proposed. Now, if we talk about this model, it is having all these numbered as different components in this model. And now, what their usage will be and how they will be done, this will be shown. Now the very first part is power button. Now to switch on off the machine as well as some confirmation process will be initiated. Now as soon as the person will switch on the power button for the very first time, that sufferer will have to go by some algorithms that I will show you upcoming slides, and then communication will be started. Now the next thing which is here is a uniquely identifiable chip which will be acting as a unique number for all the machines so that it could be identified anywhere a person is. The next is my 3-pin device A. Now this 3-pin device A will do what? It will do the work of sending the signals from one machine to another machine. Now this machine could be considered as a mobile device. Now I am having this mobile device, another person is having this mobile device, and they both want to communicate. Now how they will be communicating? It's shown here. Now this 3-pin device A, now first part is electric microphone which will be used to send some signals by using audio. Then it is audio format reader which will read the audio message. Then text format reader reads the text input given by the user. Then it is braille format reader. If suppose someone is giving braille inputs, then it will be read by this. Then comes the D part, it is text to audio converter which will convert text to audio signals. And then it is braille to text converter converting braille format message to text format message by using respective conversion algorithms. Then we have 3-pin device B. Now when the message will come on the machine, then how that will be treated? It will be done by 3-pin device B, which is having again audio format reader, which will receive the message in audio format. Then text format reader will convert that audio message into text. Braille format will convert the text into Braille format. So these converters will be there, and then text to Braille converter will happen. Now basically what's happening here is a message will be sent in the form of audio and will receive in the form of audio only, because audio is the easiest medium to send some messages from one machine to another machine. Then the modem will be working of demodulating and modulating the signals. Then GPS tracker will be there, which will do what? If suppose some differentiated person is lost somewhere, then it could be tracked. Its location could be tracked and it will find that person.
What is the size of this device? Complexity is very high.
It's like a smartphone device only, and I am in the process of developing this device right now. Then the display screen is there. Now display screen is there. It is partitioned into two halves. One half will be showing the virtual keypad, like we have in our mobile device. We could type and we could type and text message. The next part will be having Braille keyboard, by which we could type with the Braille by using some actuators which are fitting under the that screen. Then we have a battery slot which will be activated for doing all the processes. Now, next is transmitter and transmitter modulator. Now this will be transmitting our signals from one machine to the other machine. Then we have receiver demodulator, which will be receiving the signals and then performing demodulation of the model. And then we have a speaker. If suppose some audio messages came here and we want to listen it in the form, then we will use their speaker. And if we want to see that message, it will be depending on the defect of the person. If he is blind, then he would listen the message. So speaker will be used there. If suppose person is deaf, he cannot listen, so he could see the message here, which was what input screen. And if that person is blind as well as deaf, then what would be used here is braille screen, where he could sense and he could predict. Okay, this is a message. Now here is a microcontroller which will be used for all the algorithms to be functioning. The control unit. Then we have interface unit. Now it takes a message from 3-pin device B. See, message will come. Message will come by this receiver. It will move in these buses, and then from 3-pin device B, it will come to interface unit. Then we have data bus, which will be used for all the data communications. Then we have control bus for using all the algorithms, and then we have address bus. Now when two buses will come in contact, then it will take the address of the second machine, and then a connection link established for transference of the messages. Now coming on the part of methodology. Now this is the view of the algorithm which will be used. Now before starting the algorithm, I would just like to tell you all that when two machines will come in contact, now how they will be coming in the contact? They will be coming in contact using Wi-Fi protocol IEEE 802.11x. By using that, a communication link will be established. Now algorithm 1 will be used. Now why algorithm 1 will be used? Its purpose is to set date, time, and what input format you want to use. Like whenever you want to send a message, then how it should go. Whether it should go in audio format, in text format, or in Braille format will be set by this algorithm. As well as when some message will come from different machines, how it will be received. Whether in text format, audio format, or in the Braille format. So after operating on the on operation, now flag value is set as 0, which says that till now it's a new machine, nothing settings has been set. Okay. So now we could set the date time value for manual. Then what will happen? Now there is a IP variable which will be set according to the sufferer. How sufferer is blind with 1, dumb, deaf and dumb 2, and like this way. As well as output variable will be set. When some message will be received, how it will be shown in the machine, whether it will be on the speaker or on the interface unit, which is done by OP variable which is set. Now all these variables values are once when set, when that machine is opened for the very first time, these variables will be set as 1 on OP or maybe IP will be always be set. It will be checked. If OP is 1, audio format as default output format. Always we will use audio format to send the message. Then if OP is 2, text format, and then Braille format. Similar things will be done with IP variable also. This is IP variable. this is the end of the algorithm 1. Now when we have said that okay, we will send message in this form, we will receive message in this form, then what will happen? Algorithm 2 will work. Now what is the working of algorithm 2? Algorithm 2 will be working on treatment device A, which says that how you have to send the message. So if suppose as soon as the machine will be on, flag variable is 0 if. This means that machine is not being set to any input mode. So we have to execute algorithm 1 to set all those settings. But if IP is 1, which says that if the person is blind, then we will disable the pins of text and braille, and what we can do is we can put a speaking message, audio message, because blind can listen. That's why. Similarly, for the other effect if we talk about, that is dumb or deaf and dumb. So this will be done, disable, enable, pins will be there. And similarly, it is when the person is deaf, blind and dumb. All three conditions are there. Then this one will be followed. Now, address will be used to establish the connection link, and now message transmitting will be done where modulation function of the modem will work. Now this was the work of sending the message. Now once message will be received on the other end, how it will be treated? Again flag value will be checked. If OP message format is not set, then it will set the OP format message. Then demodulation of the modem will work and it will demodulate on the receiver end. Now we will send a signal from data bus to audio format reader to activate treatment device B. Similarly for OP also, this algorithm will work, it will disable, enable all the machines, and if suppose the person is set, let's take one example, that if suppose person is deaf and dumb, that means he cannot listen as well as he cannot speak. So what will be preferable thing is, he could see the message because he is not blind. So this will be converted, it is coming in the audio format to this machine.
Different cases you have taken?
Yeah, I have taken all the cases. There are 23 cases which are being considered here and no cases left. So person with any disability, maybe it could be mono, dual, multiple defects, all are covered in this. So this is like this algorithm will be ending. And then we have conclusion and the future scope. The proposed model can be successfully used for communication purpose, and the fundamental model of the proposed machine has been limited here by using running algorithms. And the future scope, a chat could also be built here, where we could set all the things which has been said, which has been received. A chat box can also be there, as well as in the future scope, the guardian of the disabled person to track his path. So we will make it in the main original model. Simulation work is going on.
So is it funded project?
Yes.
Funded project?
Yeah. Actually, my company is trying to fund me for this, and we will be forming a team of some electronics engineers also and some electrical engineers who can actually propose all those objects which will be used, ICs, transistors, capacitors, which will be used to make it in the real world.
How much work is completed?
Right now we have this is all our proving work which will be required. So this is the main work which has been done. So now we are just assembling all the objects by seeing compatibility factors.
Implementation.
Yeah, implementation work is going on.
So you are using Android for this?
Yeah, embedded language will be used to encode all these algorithms in the embedded language. It will become an embedded form, and then it will be made in by API programmer. We will embed that code in the microcontroller, and microcontroller will perform all those algorithms.
You can get the funding for this from the government agencies. Like
Yeah, I am in the plan to